We are here. It is time for some FACEIT League. It is Hair Down Friday. We're kicking off the weekend. We've got an expert matchup for you here today. I believe it is our final match for expert, period, across the board for EMEA. So everybody else is done. Everybody else is wrapped up. We just have this one final match, and it promises to be a doozy. GG Vipera taking on Eryon here today. Vipera coming in 9-6 after that last map 5 banger we had him on for, and then Eryon coming in 8-7. And this is fighting to avoid having to basically fight in top 5 in the very opening bracket, in an upper bracket round 1. So if Eryon can pull out a dub here today, and they will be tied in 8-8 with power clappers, and negative mental are out, actually. I wonder if that means skill issue automatically gets the spot, if that's how that's going to work. An opportunity to push up in a couple spots and try to avoid getting out of that 12 to 16 range. There's also something we said for going into the postseason with a little bit of momentum, and having that on your side and coming out with a dub here in the final game of regular season. Vipera have had a hell of a season. It's their first season in the league. 9-6, have won 7 of their last 8. And this was a map 5 loss to Meme Drawn as well, if memory serves. Yeah. So they took Meme Drawn all the way 5 maps. So it's been a great season here for some newcomers in expert division. And maybe this is the dark horse. Maybe this is the dark horse team that no one's really keeping an eye on. And I will say, going in, getting 10 wins. I think getting 10 wins is a good number. Eryon have had a good season here. Second season in expert. Went 10-4 in season 3. But ended up 0-2ing out in the first round. I believe Eryon was Deja Vu, right? Yeah, Eryon was Deja Vu. Haven't done as well here in season 4. I don't have a good answer as to why. Maybe just look to have had a little rough patch here in the middle. Moss and Lucky Cat, I think, were easy to underestimate. Obviously, good guys. And Meme John were favorites coming into the season. I've won 3 of the last 5. But losses to Pytel, Lucky Cat, and Moss. Pytel and Lucky Cat, okay, understandable. You're talking about top 8 teams. Their power level seems pretty accurately reflected in the standings right now. And the question is, can they, do they punch up a little bit? Do they belong in that 10 to 12 range more than the 13 to 16 range? So, with a loss to Moss, a loss to 6 and 10 Moss, that brings up questions. And I think a win here could put some answers on those questions, right? Could shut down. Hey, that was an off day. Moss have been known to punch up. So congrats to them playing well that day, but Eryon, trying to fight to show that they really do belong in top 10, I think is what's on the line for them here today. Both teams will be in postseason, right? With 10 losses being the cutoff, and again, negative mental not participating. They disbanded. So at the least 10 losses is the cutoff, if not 12. So there's obviously both of these teams are long in past that threshold. But I think there's more to it than just making playoffs or not here on this final game for regular season. I think there's momentum involved going into the postseason. Both of these teams would like to have some confidence, coming off of a good final week performance, but also kind of showing that they belong a little bit higher than they currently sit for both teams. Both teams with an opportunity to steal away a couple of slots, I think, here, a couple of seeding positions with a win today. And saying you finish top 6, sounds better than top 10. Saying you finish top 10 sounds better than finishing top 16. It's small differences, but you know what? It's the details that matter, and that jump is important. Getting top 16 and getting top 8 are 2 very different stories. Your map pool here for the final time at EMEA. We will see bans repeated and a full map pool before the series starts. You're gonna get Lijiang Tower, Blizzard World, Colosseo, New Junk City, and Route 66 here today. Okay, a lot of high ground here to play with. Especially, New Junk City we don't see very often at all. More often not, obviously, we get the Suravasa pick. And, with that high ground with Colosseo, those fights are so important. The pivotal fights of Colosseo definitely take place from that low to high ground positioning. So, Vipera are the favorites on paper. But these are two teams we haven't gotten on a whole lot either. We know Vipera very scrappy, and I feel like Vipera have the momentum. Taking a look at our bans here for this first map and beyond as we're starting to get loaded in. Obviously, Zarya banned out multiple times throughout the series. We're getting Genji banned out a couple times here as well. It is Vipera banning out the Zarya repeatedly. Eryon with that Genji ban here to start things off. We can plug that in real snappy quick like. We'll get into the Lijiang Tower. You know, start off tried and true. The map pool looks to get a little more fun as we get through, but we're starting off with the tried and true. Let's get into it. Your final match of regular season for EMEA Expert. Vipera looking to move up to 10 wins. Eryon trying to claw their way out of that 12th seed. Not have to face one of those dreaded top 4 teams in the very first round of playoffs. Oh, I have outlines turned off. I was doing graphics before I went live. Sorry. There we go. There's some outlines for you. We're looking at Eryon and Shuji coming out with the Ramattra composition. Using the Lucio Curie with a Tracer Soch here in the mix. So, valuing that that flank control, but Barry Allen gets absolutely overwhelmed. I mean, just found themselves like in a 1v4 on this outside. Early aggression for Vipera looking to take over the food courts over here. Kari's able to trade one out, but themselves gets taken down. Vipera move on to the point. This is kind of a broken fight. It is, I mean, Shuji is still left on this point. Oh, wow. Shuji didn't move back with the rest of the players. Decided to push forward. Nemesis form popped up. And used that extra block to help sustain back through. They're able to stay alive through this while Barry Allen returns and finds some revenge for that opening kill. Getting Barry on out here dancing with the goal. Really just keeping a lot of the focus of this back line here in the courtyard area. But now we get Kitsune Rushes built up. Tank's gonna go face to face here on the point. 5v4 favoring Vipera as they look to get some control here. Trying to push through the front door. Great opening pick. Benina's gonna deliver the kill on to Mondana in the back line. And that just steamrolls it. What could have gone into a sound barrier exchange, into a annihilation exchange, and end up with a very long drawn out fight with Eryon building percentage the whole time. Nah. Benina delivers that opening, or delivers that pick onto Mondana and just cuts it all short. Get a nice quick flip there for Vipera. Now we'll get sound barrier annihilation exchanges here. Try still a little bit behind in the overclock, but not by much. Oh, apparently that final shot was enough. Especially to build up towards this OC. Tries to try to get Barry Allen. Galwin's got their own overclock onto the point. Both sound barriers land. Good positioning. Oryon's able to move in and evict Vipera off of this point, but Hari has paid their taxes, come back in, and reclaim what's rightfully theirs. Get the squatters off of the objective. And Vipera maintain control. They never actually relinquish control, never giving up percentage. Oh, Benina delivers another opening pick. This time is Ravage providing distraction there with the pulse. Now a aggressive Kitsune rush that Hari's going to leverage into a kill on Agralis as well. Oh. It's looking very difficult for Eryon to find room to even get a touch here with only 7% left. Okay, Barry Allen's managed to sneak up top. Triple blink onto the objective. We will get a yellow bar. Pulse pop in the pocket. I think it's just Barry Allen here to get the second touch. Indeed, comes in, throws the pulse, does not land. Annihilation is up from Shiryuji, though. They're able to tiptoe onto the objective. Here comes the rest of Eryon. And they get the flip out from underneath, basically for free. Rav is low, chased down by Barry Allen on the outside. All right. Yep, there's that on the outside again. All right, getting right in the face of Shiryuji. Wait till the last second. Wait till their nemesis fades to pop Hari's. Starts laying the punches in. Oh, I think just with the annihilation. Barry Allen's there to back it up. Barry Allen with a great fight here for Eryon. This is going to force a 99-99. Snappy, very close to a sound barrier and a little bit ahead of Mandata. Let's see how well they're tracking this. If Vipera want to get aggressive on the back of that, just to try to move on to the point. You're going to have to get there pretty quick. All right, they're going to send Rav in, get the touch. Snappy's sound barrier. Ooh, not the first one to be popped. It's actually Mandata who actually hits for a sound barrier. Hari not dissuading. Muscles through the shielding, but oh, pushes too far out. Gets caught up on that outside. Now here comes Shiryuji moving back in. And the only tank left with the continued rush at their back. Trying to see what they can do. Tracer's trading out here as Barry Allen threatens to have another multi-kill fight. He's already picked up 2. Benito 1 is going to switch up to the outside. Gets chased down. Nobody left on the point. Rav and Barry Allen end up trading out kills there. But Rav ends up being the last one alive. T-House immediately taken right out of the gate here from Eryon. This is force Hari to respect it. Hari not pushing out towards center pillar. He's got to take this fight. So now Mandata got in. He got one, but Benita delivers yet another pick. I mean, they've all been headshots too. Benita's so accurate so far here at map 1. When you got a carry that lethal, I mean, you force your soldier to even think twice before peeking. Oh, it does win out that exchange this time. Takes that threat off the table. Hard, very, very low when popping that Nemesis form. There's only like a speck of health left when the armor pops up. Yeah, not going to be enough to get them out. Clean first fight. Leverage into first cap. Alex T, thank you for the follow. Oh, speaking of T. With that accuracy, Benina's coming up on an ultimate, but hey, you know what? Growlithe got it first. Gets Hari down with a couple of headshots. Apparently, was tired of Benina getting all the praise here. 1v2 for Barry Allen here in the corner. Actually fights it up. He gets the recall down. Uh-oh, was stuck. Looked to blink back into Rav, but couldn't quite find him. So 4v4 on at this point. But not with a chance to catch up in some ult charge here. Beautiful shot out of Galwin. Finds, tries, coming across the bridge. Benita trying to Kitsune rush Vipera onto this objective. Gets a pick on a Barry out through that. Summer used, and there's the push. An aggressive surge onto the objective. Benita goes down as Vipera is trying to move in, and Snappy has to back out for some heals. This is left tries somewhat alone here, but you know what? Tries was able to turn that into a 2-piece. Reinforced, been showing back up on this point. Vipera will get the flip with 98% on the board for Eryon. Eryon push all the way through White Room to the opposition's bridge. All right, is being marked by Rav here along the outside. Ready to skid? Really, you know, kind of split the targets there with that pulse bomb. Tries fire down range here with their ultimate. 3 shots into Shiyuji, puts them down, and headshot on a Growlithe as they're trying to escape the wrath of Hari. So a nice aggressive push by Vipera, letting, not letting Eryon set the pace here. They're taking this one into their own hands. Playing by the beat of their own drum, if you would. Benina Pro. Can't argue with that. Get some Benina pop. Oh, as I say that, we're gonna get Growl. Let's throw it into Kitsune Rush here from White Room. Going sliding on the point with that. Looking for something into the back line. Good positioning out of Snappy, keeping them in cover. Very close to that sound barrier. Oh, they would have liked to have stayed alive through that fight. Barrel's gonna wait for this Mega and come back in. Benina does have a Kitsune Rush to try to swing a 4v5 here on the point for Vipera. Has to simultaneously keep track of Barry Allen and T-House, while keeping the front line healed up. And then it's going to drop the ultimate. Barry Allen moves in for a kill. Snappy's still about 10% away and is under a lot of duress here. Gets taken down at 99%. And in this 99-99 fight, that is an important kill on the board there for Vipera, excuse me, for Eryon. It might be just enough to take this map. We are going to get a late touch, it looks like. You can see Rav on the point. Snappy just self-barriered. Oh, does get Rav, who was very low on health. A pair of them are trying to tiptoe onto this point, but Gowan just steps outside to find the kill. Pulse doesn't land, and she usually returns with the Annihilation. 3 punches onto Benina will take them down. Slowly but surely, though, Vipera flipping this point. The touch barely making time. Barry Allen can't get back for the second one. And a miraculous turnaround here for GG Vipera as they're going to force a round 3. We're headed to Control Center to decide this one. All right, 1-4 split. Go ahead and down low. Ooh, you get Growlithe trying to swift step over, but took a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Tracer fight going on in the server room. Battle for that flank side. Growlithe knows if they see Barry Allen fall, they're going to have to move. They can't hold this if that Tracer gets control of the flank. So it looks like Barry Allen's been able to force them back. Ooh, even down, able to put a clip into the backside of Hari. Cap almost here for Vipera, excuse me, for Eryon, and we get Barry Allen winning out that flank. So watch for Barry Allen coming in. Yep, there they are, right on the heels of the Sojourn, as the rest of the squad is starting to push forward. Cap already in place. They're not able to get anything on the way out, though, so we won't see the chokehold here out of Eryon, and we're going to get a very quick response coming in from Vipera on the other side. Very, God, once again, gets in a good position. And the control of these flanks has been so crucial. You see the 2-piece on the back of that fight, winning it out in earnest here for Eryon. They could take control of this one. Welcome to Thursday. Wait a minute, it's Friday. It's Friday. Don't trick my sensibilities like that. Erion's been the superior tracer so far in the opening minute of this map. Both recalls forced out. But with Snappy over here trying to back up this squad, it ends up with a 4v3 down main where Galwin picks up 2, including a precious pick onto Hari. Now 3 players moving in off this flank side. Barry Allen still awaits them with a pulse. Rav wins it out. That extra backup from Snappy ends up working out, and Benina is able to create some space with Kitsune Rush. Everybody converges here on the objective where Galwin finds themselves in several people's crosshairs. Thought it get done. Late trade, yeah. Benina even dropping the respect in chat. The late trade onto Benina. And importantly enough, will deny a close hold. Tracers were like ships crouched in the night there. Once again, Snappy hanging out in a position where they can easily come over to create a mismatch in this Tracer duel. Oh, I'm surprised Barry Allen didn't drop the pulse there. Meanwhile, Sound Barrier is on the point. Snappy returns to help the team out, fend off this attack. Tries his overclock, is able to find Mondada. Galwin's trying to return with her own. Annihilation is up here. Galwin does get Rav with the overclock, but Hari has melted through everybody. 35% counting for Vipera. Good hold. The 2v1 was a great adaptation here from Vipera, as that flank was giving him so many problems in that opening minute. Past 2 times, Barry Allen has been thwarted entirely. Kitsune Rush might have to be used to just get inside here. I would expect a quick disengage if that happens. Now, it could be interesting because the team might need the speed. Is Snappy going to be on the outside trying to control that flank still? Ooh, a little vulnerable push from the inside. Rav gets the better end of the duel with Barry Allen once again. Snappy is still on the flank. Actually, both supports are here helping out here in server room. Now everybody's kind of regrouped, and right back to the choke we go. This is going to be another 99-99 map. One last attempt here for Eryon to push in, see what they can do. They got that Kitsune Rush still on the board, and they've been able to hold on to it, move it up to the point. This is a good sign. Growlithe is able to throw it over the objective for max value. And Shiyuji pushes forward. Pops the Annihilation. You got extra punching speed, not to mention some extra cooldowns coming in. Block force, though. This is with the Pulse Bomb coming out. Overwhelming damage. Shiyuji's down. Shuyuji, that is. My goodness. That's an... Sounds like I'm mumbling every time I say their name. Pulse miss from Barry Allen, though. Hari able to melt through Mondada. And this is going to be another clutch out of Vipera, as they will swing this map all the way back from a 99-0. They will take the 1-0 here to kick things off in this final match of regular season. You know, and we got Maddie in chat saying, you know, I looked away on Gardens, thinking it was done, thinking Eryon had this in the bag. Not only do Vipera come back and clutch Gardens, they do the same thing. They come back and clutch Control Center as well. What a turnaround. And this is a team that can dig deep like that. My goodness. All right, we're not wasting much time getting into the next map. Quick look at stats there for map 1. I mean, so close. I mean, those extra deaths. Saru and Vey. Wait. Let's see. What are your... Oh, that's Barry Allen. Barry Allen is Vey. So, I mean, yeah, and we saw Barry Allen. That makes sense. Yeah, of course. Oh, excuse me. Saru. Barry Allen's a Saru. Excuse me. Now, it does, if I'm saying things correctly, I believe we're getting a sub here, actually. Oh, maybe there's some Maybe there's some streamer mode going on or something. Because Vey is still in for map 2. Probably streamer mode. Sorry. Let's see. We're continuing with the Zarya ban. From Vipera, it's a hazard ban. Now, from Eryon. And I'm sorry for those who lost money to 0 viewers. I'm trying to do better about doing preds for each map, though. So you got another chance to get it back here. All right, we're headed into Blizzard World here for map 2. We're going to get the Break Juno out of the defense instead of the Lucio carry here on... Here on Blizzard World. Lucio Kiri and the same coming out from Vipera, but this time we're going to see the Winston. And I kind of commented this when we were looking at the map pool. There does seem to be a lot of high ground here in the just rest of the map pool after Lijiang. Interesting split. Benita still on Griffin. Hari was dancing around on that high ground, but does end up getting forced off. He's going directly above, put out so much damage. Nice whip shot forces Hari back. They drop with very little health, just kind of duck down in front of the high ground. And Shuichi comes out of the sky, getting a pick on to Rav. First fight hold here from Eryon. So far, so good. God, but he has been putting so much work. He's already 70+% towards his first Kitsune. Like, basically 25% ahead of supports on the other side. 30%, if not 40% against some getting in the lobby here. Okay, this was more 30-35. Still, spectacular ult generation. Can make for an early consideration, early, perhaps unexpected aggression onto this point. Hari goes up to the high ground, though. Once again, similar story. Holding bubble, push corner. Love the patience on that. Benita does get that Kitsune. Can they leverage this into the picks? Definitely leverage this into a little bit of space, but I feel like Vipera need to get a little bit more than just some space off the back of that ultimate. That did not get any kills. They did get 50% progress. But now with an orbital ray, here comes a counterpunch. Barry Allen is down. So Golin's able to light up Hari beautifully. Gets the full clip and the rail shot all bunched up. This defense is able to just isolate targets and systematically remove them from the battlefield one at a time. What's up, Looter? I appreciate you being here. It's good to see you as always, my friend. All right, Winston equals free win. Ooh, we'll see. We'll see. Got some ultimates to work with now. And the Winston dive cup definitely can get a bit better there in the ultimate fight, but you got to survive long enough to get that Dragon Blade onto the table. Golin's got an overclock it. I mean, it's just like a quick retreat there for Vipera. They get out of there. They were counting on that Dragon Blade to open this up. Now only have 60 seconds to find a way in. and do have everything to work with. Benina even coming up on a second Kitsune rush. Going to the high ground. Waiting on a rotation. We're sending two along the far back right-hand side. There we go. Once Rav is in position, everybody to the high ground from Vipera. Media pick on the call. We're now looking for more. Through the rally, they're able to get Sibian Science there. That is Vey. Oh, Shuryuji sneaks one away. Still has the healing of Growlithe in this fight. Is able to leverage that sustain into another kill onto Rav, who's not able to escape that close quarter tendrils from the ultimate. Eventual pressure will put Shuryuji on their back, though. Vipera with a point on the board. Still Primal and Sound Barrier for Vipera to work with. There's just a bit of a jockeying for high ground. With Gala in position up here, there's kind of this little angle. Hari, it just is under a lot of pressure. Is under threat of a lot of poke damage. I mean, just even taking little pokes and peeks like that. It does get in a position to get up on top of the pipes. Galwin doesn't go far. It's just going to break this bubble and start loading damage in. The moment that bubble breaks, Hari has to drop. They left their backline too vulnerable. Whoops. Trias lands a few shots. Opens up a little bit of space. Enough space for Benina to get a Kitsune rush onto this high ground. Oh, what a fantastic move. Benina building up these ultimates so fast, and this one's going to be huge. That is just the ticket. Wrestle that high ground open with a crowbar. In the name of a fox-laden crowbar. Oh, nice disruptor shot. That is persistent damage. Following Galwin back. But fortunately, they make it back in with the rest of the team, so Hard can't pursue. Still a little over 2 minutes on the clock here and a point C. Primal still in the pocket. Barry Allen playing on the flank. Recall's been forced out. Oh, that's big damage into Rav. Deflect already used. There's the kill. Gotta watch for Barry Allen now coming in from behind. Hari not able to get much done with the Primal Rage. Just kind of has to sheepishly back away at the tail end of the ultimate as they wait for Rav to return into this fight. Barry Allen finds that angle, finds that sneak in to land the poles. This is going to slow things down even more. Growl's made a swap to this auto at some point from point C. Play further back if they need to. Of course, the antis and the nano boost both extremely powerful right now. Was a slight nerf to the Shriek perk or Shrike perk. There's that nano boost in play. Trying to just win out the tank war. Even through a Kitsune rush here on the front line. Large bio lands in, but Rav pulls out the blade, goes in, finds Growlithe, and gets Vade out as well. Triple kill there for Rav with the blade. Less than a minute to go. Good progress available here on the back of this. Nothing but blue skies in front of GG Vipera at the moment. Well, I guess it's just a blue light emitting from the the checkpoint, but you get my point. Rally and Nano Boost expended in that previous fight as well. Things are looking up. Trying to see if this overclock could be the nail in the coffin. We'll get the DMEC. I don't know if they're going to look at the pilot, though, with harassment coming through from Barry Allen in the back line, who's built up towards their pulse and will pick up that kill under tries. Moving in, looking for the other DPS in this fight. 18 seconds to go. Hari on 1 health. Not able to stay on those big, giant gorilla feet. 5v3 favoring this defense. The dominoes have fallen. Eryon threatening to hold. 3 seconds. Snappy will make it onto the point. We got the yellow bar going. I don't know if Vipera's gonna be able to do anything with it though. So Vipera stick with this Winston composition throughout the entirety of that attack. Not able to fight in the week. You know, Rev Blade gets 3 to get him across the line at point B. But not able to find anything there on point C. They got it close, though. Hopeful. No doubt it's going to be enough to move up 2-0 here in the series. Grell is sticking with the Ana as we head, as Eryon head on to the attack. Still a Brig there from Vey. Rabbi Tracer continues to give problems immediately out of the gate, finds first blood here for this defense. Vipera able to shut that down. Oh, but Barry Allen trying to keep him in this. Galwin gets one on Nahari. Late trades favoring Eryon here in their first attack. And what was a bit of a fumble in the beginning turns into some percentage. We have enough bodies here for a recontest. Obviously, the spawn's favoring the attackers, but Hari's back in this fight. He's going to make an attempt at it. Snappy hit with the purple skip on the outside. The Tries is able to find first blood on this recontest. 5v4 from the defensive Vipera. Rad with some room to work, threatening a very low Grawl as the defense matrix eventually runs out and the kill comes through. 93% picked up, but eventually Eryon are going to be forced to tuck tail and run. What's up, Trash Panda? I hope the NEL thing went well. I'm sorry I wasn't much help in that. I never heard back. Barry Allen stuck the pulse, but not the landing. Rabbit in position. Continue to either press it down. Oh! Now there's a licking stick. That one's delivered. Express mail right back to spawn. Hari trying to follow up. See if they can get anything else on the way out. Shuichi was low and didn't quite have self-destruct yet. That was a hairy moment, but they're able to back away at area and get their reinforcements. Looking at another engagement here. Just under 2 minutes remain. Nano boost available go here for Gralis. How does Shuichi want to play this? Where do they want to go with this nano boost? You anticipate the ability to take some high ground. You sit around and wait around too long, you're just going to give an opening for, Benini to throw in. This gets to an air rush. All right, start putting some pressure in your own back line. Jumps back out of the sleep dart from Gralis. Nano boost thrown onto Goblin with an overclock. Then immediately, the waves start crashing back towards the objective. Sub-area from Snappy. Quickly fading. Good stun. They're out of Vey. Hari's able to trade out, though, for that kill. Even with the rally in play, Eryon are forced to back up. Tries. With an overclock ready to go, has already got a pick on Barry Allen, giving the advantage back over to the defenders in what was a 4v4. Now not much for Eryon to work with. Well, Grouse doesn't need much. Fight opening pick. What a nade. My goodness. Well, they're going to lose a lot. Rav on that as well. Rav blinked over into Barry Allen's grip, and Barry Allen gets 2 with the pulls. Make it 3. What a fight out of Barry Allen. Holy clutch. This is, we are not done here. Neville, thank you for the follow. Oh, nice slate. Fortunately, Barry Allen's going to lose that duel to Rav once again. And that Tracer duel seems to be going back and forth. That did just all day long. Honestly, kind of surprised she's able to get back and back on that one. Nice positioning. Still loses it immediately following. And Rav has gotten a stick on Grails in the back line. So the attack is immediately shut down. Pulse off the table. Yuji has to reset. An anti and the sleep land. Oh, Growlithe. Growlithe was a little salty about that previous pulse bomb out of Rav. What a play. Now this opens Barry Allen up to move in and build towards the rest of their poles. Looks like all eyes, all guns pointed at Hari currently. Barry Allen moves down low. Shuichi looking to me, threatening the high ground. Yep, in fact, the entire rest of the team is going to push up to this high ground. Hari forced off the anti-air gun. Rav into this fight. Hari leaps up towards the vulnerable squishies with the primal rage. Battering both supports back, kind of separating the two supports as a matter of fact. Nice little micro move out of the Winston to try to deny healing to the second support, but Shuichi is able to get the peel in, and they're not able to quite find the pick on the back of that clever move. God, I'll spit that sentence out eventually. That was a data boost on Shuichi through all of this. Investment rewarded with some precious high ground control and a Godwin pick onto Rav. Oh, dangerous sound barrier. Snappy gets in. I don't know if Hari actually got that sound barrier, though. Either way, it's not enough to save him. Rally, get this thing over the line. Beautiful bio nade combined with Simeon from Vey on the front line. The support's putting in major effort in getting that one across. Look at this flank. Look at this long flank here from Barry Allen. Oh my goodness. Holy cow, Wolf. Dude. Yo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Comes through with the huge 10 gifties. Oh my. Oh, buddy. Holy hell. Thank you. Huge subs. Huge subs. Let's get a big play here for Wolf. Let's get a big play. Let's get a big play. Here we go. We got a nano boost available. Oh, she's just gonna yeet a self-destruct. There you go. How often do you get a self-destruct just yeeted into the back line anymore? Now gets a nano boost. Trying to make a big play happen for you, Wolf. Celebrate those your awesome generosity. My God, I can't believe that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It looks like the defense might be coming up, but Morales delivers a pick. But everybody looking so low. Hari's gonna run in with the Annihilation. Finds that kill. Not able to find much else, though. The Annihilation fades unceremoniously after the initial pick on the Ana, but it might just be enough. With the seconds whittling away, Eryon running out of reinforcements on this cart. Gaion valiantly trying to hold it down. Valle shows up with the shield in hand, with the mace to the face. There's just too many faces to mace all around. Vipera will hold this defense on point C. Move up to match point. Waiting half a lifetime to see the rotation. A reaction, I mean, yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, we get to see this from, yes. Nice one. Yeah, that was pretty spectacular, Wolf. That was pretty spectacular. Thank you so much. It'll arrive one day. Stupid delays, man. Stupid delays. Oh my goodness. Oh wait. I mean, I did like forget to put points on the board. Forgot to turn my music back on. Vipera earned that one. Let's go look at some stats. I'm very curious on the stats. Oh my goodness, Valor just gifted 5 more. You've got to be kidding me, y'all. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Valor. Thank you. My goodness. Really appreciate that. It's incredible. That's incredible. Thank y'all so much. Valor, I really appreciate the kindness. Really appreciate the support. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are just unbelievable. Y'all are unbelievable. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go look at these stats. I really want to see these stats. I feel like these tracer stats in particular, I'm quite curious about. Yeah. Usaru had a hell of a round. 25-7 there in the Tracer versus Rav on the other side, 23-10. Both comparable in damage. Only a 900 difference between our two Tracers in damage. Usaru or Milton Bradley or whatever they're called in game. Coming out on top are in elims, but not in damage. What a close map, too. My goodness. Hey, anyway, Slash, it's still a Vipera match point. Let's see. Let's go. Level 4 hype train. I can't believe it. Let's go. Boom. All right. Map Preds on delay. Here we go. Let's take a look at our bands. We're going into Colosseo, so this is an Eryon map pick. Vipera did get the map pick on map 2. It's part of it just being alternating and deciding. So even though Vipera won map 1, still got to go in their map pick for hybrid. So obviously that was leveraged very nicely into this 2-0 lead. But we are going back into an Eryon pick for Colosseo. We're going to continue with the Vipera ban onto the Zarya. Continuing that one for the 3rd map in a row. Back to the Genji ban. So same as we saw in map 1. Are we staying sides? Let's see. Are we staying sides? Yes, we are staying sides. Oh, Harvey just sent me a friend request. Oh. All right, Fritz, let's get into map 3. That's a cool camera angle. Maybe one of these gladiators. Telling y'all failed, or not failed designs, but just like maybe concept designs, I think, for our new gladiator hero. I've long believed that here, actually, these are kind of the rough ones. Honestly, I think the ones that could genuinely be designs that were more fleshed out and more, followed through are these. these actually look like they were designed to be heroes. You know, that they were tasked with like, hey, design a gladiator hero. And these were some of the ones that looked cool, but didn't quite make the cut. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. I've always said that. All right, let's check out our gladiators on the battlefield. Okay, we're back into some Lijiang Tower compositions. We're here with the Ramatra, Lucio, Kiri, keeping with the Tracer Soj, as we've seen all day long, but a little bit different look coming out of Vipera here. I mean, ever so slightly different. It's a Hazard instead of a Winston or a Ramatra. Everything else exactly the same. Wait, we got a hype chest? What the hell is a hype chest? I don't even know what that is. We've never had that here before, y'all. We got a treasure chest for y'all being so damn awesome. I mean, got the down bad even. Oh, that's amazing. There we go. I don't know if that's for the channel or what. I have no idea. All right, that's enough Twitch stuff. We're gonna lock it. Gawa with beautiful shot. Coming out of the arches as well. Ends up getting that kill onto Rav just before Tries finds the final blow as well. The 2-for-1 job done there out of Galwin. Now let's see if Eryon can take advantage of this. Dueling Kitsune and rushes. Eryon still trying to fight, push forward through the high ground advantage here out of Vipera. R's going to drop it in the downpour. I believe that got blocked or missed. It looked like she usually just blocked through it. I didn't think that was a thing. You know, if anybody deserves a random gifty, it's you, Maddie. If anybody deserves a random gifty, it's you. Grabbing the kill onto Vey. Benina picking up a couple here. God, how lethal has Benina been all day long? I mean, just nasty. Wait, where's Violet going? I didn't see the news. Don't leave us in suspense. Don't leave us in suspense. Oh, just that Violet's LFT? Oh, that way. I thought it meant like Violet landed somewhere. No Tracers on the battlefield after Rav was able to stick Barry Allen, which is a feat of itself. I'm sorry we missed that. All right, back. So I'm trying to fight off a sneeze here. Okay, sorry. Sound barrier fight. Benina's not here. Gralis has got the only Kitsune rush going in. Whew. That was a mighty sneeze, y'all. Mighty sneeze. Oh, Kitsune rush from the other side. Ooh, try to do this without revving the fight. Checkpoint has gotten close. Has been denied, actually, from Vipera so far, miraculously enough. Now Hari dropped it down. Downpour available, turning it onto the squishies in the back line. Looked like Vey was able to avoid it. Overclock up from Gowan's able to get one. Jumping down off the high ground to regroup with the rest of the team. Eryon's still 5 strong on this point. Well, that was until Benina lined up that headshot onto Gralis. Now just pouring needles into the back. Rev! Oh, trying to get a pulse in, but gets countered. Gets taken down. So usually low on this point. It's close, but Eryon looked to be winning it out. Tries is still here, but they're the last one left. He was getting food when we started and spilled kebab all over his table. Wait a minute. When was this? I heard the zoom. Keep an eye on the flank there. All right, Burial bails on the 2v2 for those inside rooms in the cafe. Actually, he's going to loop back around, and Snappy is trying to go in, realizing they've left a bit of a mismatch, and Snappy gets caught. What a read there out of Barry Allen. Makes the loop around. Vey actually ends up with 3 final blows through all of that exchange. And it seemed like Barry Allen just kind of faked going out, kind of separating out from that 2v2 fight going on, and loops back around for the sandwich. Gets the pincer move. Smart play. Eryon continued to build on this lead. 93 and counting. What a stick! Barry Allen's on absolute fire right now. Jason Rav up, forces recall out, knows exactly where they are. Meanwhile, Growlis has got a Kitsune Rush long ways down the street, pointed right at the cap. Hari low, shield broken, dead. Gowan gets him with a disruptor shot. Rav has to back all the way up and try to regroup with the rest of the team. Are now kind of split. It's just a sound barrier here for Eryon to try to close this out. Actually, as I say that, we're getting an overclock and an annihilation not too far behind. Both sound barriers thrown in. Pops their overclock to see if they can stop this push. Annihilation in their face. Ryuji just goes and punches them down. Takes the OC off the table. Now Gowan has one of their own to respond with. Has already found Benino with it. Already cutting at the knees. Cutting down the legs. The sustain of this defense. Vipera's hopes of closing this one out in 3 will go up in smoke. Eryon will win it out with a full cap on their map pick of Colosseo. Get rid of that goose egg. Classic Tracer play. Nope, it's Lucio. Oh, did my Spotify crash? What the hell? Where's my Spotify? Give me a Spotify. I need you. Our FDPS got food, so we started map, and the rest is history. Oh my! We're wasting no time getting into map 4. We're gonna take a quick gander at stats before we get into New Junk City. I mean, a dominant turnaround. 19 and 2 there from Asaru. We're already loading it. We're already loading it. That's it. It's all the time we got. Let's check out our bands for map 4. We're actually switching things up band-wise. We're actually kind of switching things up a lot of wise. As for the first time, we'll get Vipera heading into the blue outlines. We're going to have Vipera with the Soj band and Eryon with the Kiri band. All right, you heard the lady. It's time to get ready for battle. Let's get into map 4. It's New Junk City here. This is going to be a Vipera map pick. Okay, so bring Juno look here with the Kiri band out. It has forced our teams to adjust their backline a bit. And we saw Eryon kind of play around with more of the Brig Juno and the Brig Ana. Oh, God. But Snappy's still in this Lucio and, you know, comes up with a couple opening picks. Man, that was swift. I like how the Kiri ban did not affect what Vipera's support line too much. Like, they do go into a May Reaper here as well. So everybody bunches up nicely, maximum value. You know, looking for wall up burst damage, which fits with the bursty style of the Moira. Saru / Barry Allen does switch over to a Venture here for this fourth map. Little play on the outside, but Rev already has Blizzard. My goodness, that was a fast Blizzard. Tries is down, but Shuichi did not expect that Blizzard to build up that fast. I have zero doubts. Shield bash in, but the Coalescence is able to get the trade onto Window Kiss as well. Onto Vey. As well as a kill on Shuichi through all of that. The Moira pick gets it done. The Coalescence close out the fight. We're gonna get a touch here at the end. Negator. We're headed to Hammermill. Oh, actually, we're headed to the garage for map 2. The junkyard. Excuse me. Sorry about being engaged here en route to the junkyard. But you got an orbital annihilation? An orbitalation? Yeah, sure. Tries to swift step in. Looking for the Death Blossom. Gets moved back. Barry Allen steps out. Try to pursue with the rally. Ends up right in the middle of that. Tries comes up with 4. Give me the ace. Oh, Ravs denies the ace. Rav denies the ace. Yeah, my favorite hero is the Reaper guy. All right, so no more Venture Barry Allen into the Echo. I like this play. There's not a whole lot to defend against the Echo. And once again, kind of sticking with a burst damage style philosophy. We're also seeing Eryon pull out the Zarya. So where Zarya had been banned for the first 3 maps, Shuichi pulling into this one. Rav with their second Blizzard of the map here, only halfway through the second point. And Shuichi once again gets caught in it. Both Blizzards have been fight winning. With spawns and all, that one might be enough for the point. I don't know if we're going to get a recontest on this flashpoint. Barry Allen's got the distance. I don't know if they're going to be able to get Benina and Snappy back in this fight in time. Or excuse me, Growlithe and Vey back in this fight in time. Yeah, no, they're going to have to give that up. Nano boost copy, duplicate, rather, available for Eryon. They've got the defender's advantage. They're able to back onto this point. They need it, too. They got to win all 3 flash points. So they're going to try to force this map 5. Sound barrier up. And Vey's not even close. Barry Allen gets stuck on the wrong side of the wall. Nano on to Shuichi, though. He's got 1 kill. Grab in. He's got 2 in it. Turn attention to force out the cryo freeze. With the anti-nade in, Hari has no heals. Shuichi does have to overextend a bit to make that happen, but this will be first cap going over to Eryon. We see the taxi from Vey going back to grab Shuichi. Who has gone into that Lucio, by the way, which is why we're seeing a little bit of mismatch, why Vey didn't have the sound barrier. It didn't start on the Lucio. Amp speed engaged from Lucio. Speaking of, another Blizzard ready here. And the Death Blossom to couple with this one. Rise will get 4 with that Death Blossom. A mighty combo out of the DPS and another 4K fight from Tries here on this map. Their second 4K fight. Both with Death Blossoms. The Grouse and the rest dropping around. Force a rotation here from Vipera. And Sushi tried to follow, but they catch Vay on the outside, who they really needed that sound barrier. Taking that sound barrier out of the fight was such a key pick. And the rest of Eryon are going to crumple here. 52% on the board. Halfway towards closing out this series. Nano boost and sound barrier to re-engage. It's actually going to take a minute to get this nano boost up. I mean, it shouldn't take long though. There we go. It's really is a barrier to get this blade. Oh, but the wall's too good. The wall's too good. Barrier does get the blade and lickety split. Gets 20% in the blink of an eye and a nano boost. Can they find anything else besides that opening pick? With Snappy down and the sound barrier already used, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Overtime is going. Rav is going to pick up 2. And it's just a late touch from Galwin here at the very end. Tari and Rav will close it out on the point. Vipera will close out this series. A wonderful cap to a fantastic season here out of GG Vipera, as they will finish off season 4 with a 10-6 record. One of very few teams, one of 6 teams to have 10 wins here in season 4. A great accomplishment, a great feat indeed here from this Vipera squad. All right, let's get some stats on your screen, and I'll get that point on the board. And remember, after Eryon dissed out such a dominating Colosseo, Vipera are able to swing it back. They change up the bands on Eryon, and even still with Shiji finally able to pull off the Zarya, they end up only 5 and 8, not having nearly the impact they need to. I mean, almost exact same damage. Less than 100 damage. 70 damage separates our 2 teams. 71 damage separates our 2 tanks, excuse me, to be exact. But it's a 5 and 8 Shiji versus a 28 and 2 Hari. The sport ban paid off. The sport ban paid off. Damn it, I forgot to pay out pens for map 3. God, for freaking damn time. Alright, I took map 3. Sorry, I forgot to do prints for map 4. They went so fast. They went so fast. Sorry, I forgot map 4. All right. Hey, get serious. Let's go take a look at our standings after all that. Let's go take a look at our standings. All right, Expert Division is done here in EMEA. All of our games are in. Your top 16 have been set. I assume Skill Issue will get in with Negative Mental disbanding, so that should be your cutoff. So congratulations to all of our playoff teams. Vipera do, in fact, steal away 6th place. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. They moved from 8th to 6th with this final win and are a top 6 finishing team here in Season 4. Big congratulations to Vipera. I mean, a team that I don't think I would have put top 6 at the beginning of the season. No doubt. No doubt. Really surpassing expectations. And now an opportunity to go into the postseason with some momentum at the back. Winning 8 of their last 9? Question mark? Yeah, winning 8 of their last 9 matches to close out regular season. After starting the season, you know, pretty rough. After starting the season 2-5, they end up with a 10-6 record. That's impressive. That's impressive. Congratulations there to Vipera. Let's get that 3rd point on the board. All right. Well, there you have it. There you have it. Your playoffs are set. Playoffs will start, I believe, Monday. Is that right? They start Monday the 31st? Oh, here, let's double check. Let's go into dark mode. Let's double check. Yes. No, that's master. Projectile, I don't care. Go away. EMEA expert Wednesday. Upper bracket round 1 starts Wednesday. Excuse me. So there you go. So there you go. We are going to have, so Monday will be Master Division playoffs. So we'll have Master Division playoffs on Monday. Nothing Tuesday, it looks like. We're going to have Expert Upper Bracket Round 1 on Wednesday. And then Lower Bracket, we'll have some Master Division playoffs again, both Upper Bracket and Lower Bracket Round 3 on Thursday. And then I've got Collegiate on the 11th. I won't be able to cover this Lower Bracket Round 4, unfortunately. I will have NECC on the 11th. But there you go. There you go. So we'll have a bit of a mix next week. I'll get that schedule up this weekend. Obviously, I will only know like the very first couple of matches until the bracket gets figured out. So it'll be a lot of to be determined. But you can at least get a sense of what matches are happening on what day, because it's gonna be a little bit different for playoffs, right? We're gonna get off of our Monday, Wednesday expert, Tuesday, Thursday master, right? That's all gonna kind of shift around. So be sure to follow the socials. I'll have it on here and all that stuff. But that's all I have for you for now. I'm gonna take the rest of the day, get caught up on some VODs. I will have NA a little bit later on tonight. I haven't quite decided on the match yet, to be perfectly honest. I was kind of waiting until things settle down there. So I'll let you know. Yeah, keep an eye out. Thank y'all so much for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. Huge congrats to Vipera. Look forward to playoffs starting next week. Can't wait to see what these teams have in store for us in the postseason. But in the meantime, stay awesome, stay hydrated, and I will see you back here a little bit later on for some NA. All right, bye, friends.